So I was in it for 5 years. I was out of it for another 5 years. And at one point I was just doing research on cults. I don't even remember why. I just was. And like just learning what exactly the foundation of what makes something a cult and what doesn't. And like looking into that, and that's when I'm like, this might have actually been. And so I turned to Colin and I was like, I think maybe it might have been a cult.
Hmm.
And he just looks back at me and goes, really? You think?
I have a question, and I don't know
Mhm.
if it's putting you on the spot or anything, but why do you think lots of Covenant players, former Covenant players after the fact, feel the need to research and see if it was?
So for me, having a label to put on things is actually really helpful.
Mm.
Like we were talking about this with the fact that I am autistic and stuff like that, and finding out like I'm not a broken giraffe. I'm sorry, I'm not a broken horse. I'm just I'm just a giraffe, and it's okay to be a giraffe. So having a label to put on experiences, and the other thing is, it's really important for victims of abuse to talk about their experiences if they are able. Like nobody is entitled to somebody else's story, but if you are able to talk about your experiences, it is important to actually do so, because so many times people don't realize they were victims until they hear other people's stories and they realize that happened to me too. What do you mean that's not normal? Because so many times we just assume that things that happen to us, because it's normal for us, we assume it's normal for everyone. And so it is important to talk about things. It is important to name them and talk about it as what it is. So, in one sense, it doesn't actually make a difference on whether or not Covenant Players was a cult, and in the other sense, it does. And finding out, was I actually in a cult, or was this just a weird situation?
Mhm.
And does it really help to know? Sometimes it does.